Central Texas has really seen some extreme weather this year, haven't we? From the Hidden Pines wildfire you're looking at here in Bastrop just last month to just 2 or 3 weeks later, back-to-back rounds of heavy flooding rainfall, flooding parts of Austin and other areas in Central Texas. Now, some researchers say that extremes on both ends of the spectrum, like this, droughts, floods, heat, cold, they will get more common as the climate changes. So this morning, we are privileged to have Robert Henneke, director of the Texas Public Policy Foundation, a conservative think tank based here in Austin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here. So you are here today to discuss a conference that you guys are having. Your organization is hosting an energy and climate policy summit today and tomorrow called At the Crossroads. What are you guys going to be talking about at the conference, and what's sort of your overarching goal here?
Well, with the Texas Public Policy Foundation's Crossroads Energy Summit beginning today here in Austin, we're bringing together national and international thought leaders to talk about the current hot topics in both environmental policy and also energy policy. And our goal is to highlight the real dialogue and debate and the science in bringing very respected thought leaders from both sides of the political spectrum and from the scientific spectrum to discuss the real policies, not just behind global temperatures, but also in energy policy and how the two interact.
And you guys are kind of arguing for fossil fuels, right?
We are. We are highlighting the important role that energy has had here in not just Texas, but the United States and the world in improving the quality of life for Americans. You know, the United States right now is the top energy provider for the world. And at a time that federal policies are looking to eliminate fossil fuels as a source of energy, we're also trying to highlight the benefits that have come from abundant energy and from affordable energy, not just to the way our economy is growing, but also in the way that it provides middle class and low income families an affordable way to provide for themselves and their families.
Right. The downside, of course, of fossil fuels is that it's been well documented that they release CO2 into the atmosphere, well documented that CO2 levels are rising around the world. And scientists say that CO2 kind of acts like a blanket around the Earth, which can make us a little bit hotter. But some of your experts here at this conference might disagree with that. Is that right?
Well, the science will be discussed today, and I think that open dialogue needs to happen out in the public arena so that the public can educate themselves after hearing these renowned experts really discuss what's behind the numbers. So there's certainly some discussion that's going to happen on that, but also in looking at where the balancing point should be and what impacts these regulatory policies should accomplish when you're talking about policies that are projected to increase your electricity rates by 16% or more through the current Clean Power Plan proposal.
Sure. Now, I was doing a little digging. I found that 97% of people who have a PhD in climate science agree that the climate is not only changing, but that human activities like what we're talking about here are predominantly causing that. Do you think that staying the course here with fossil fuels as we have since the Industrial Revolution, do you think that's sustainable for the long run?
Well, we haven't stayed the course, and we've innovated as we've progressed in time, and really we propose and promote free market principles as the way for energy policy to advance. If you let the industry have a free market balance of all sorts of energy sources, from fossil fuels to renewable, then the market's going to dictate what's viable, and as companies look to the most efficient economic avenue to produce energy, we're going to continue to improve and innovate in the way that we have.
There'll be lots of interesting conversations there, I'm sure. Now, I did read that the climate conference today and tomorrow is sold out. Is that right?
It is, but it's being live streamed online at our website, texaspolicy.com.
Great.
It's going to be very interesting. We've got Senator Cornyn. We've got Congressman Lamar Smith, our Attorney General Paxton will be speaking from the elected official position, but we also have energy policy leaders like our own Kathleen Hartnett-White, as well as Robert Murray, who's the CEO of Murray Energy, to be discussing some of the policies.
So we will link up that live stream in this story on KXAN.com. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.